cleaned and adjusted the rear brakes, replaced the rear fog lamp switch, because you did buy one,
yes.
But it was unfortunately the wrong one.
Ah.
Yes, it didn't work.
No, I've never said I'm not an idiot.
So we got a new one which works.
Welcome back to Automotive Tales. On today's episode, we are heading to Festival of the Unexceptional in the most inappropriate car for the Festival of the Unexceptional. Right, let's go. So we have made it. We were here about 9:15. It looks like the gates actually open at past, not 9 o'clock as the website says. past is what the ticket said, so we don't really know. But it looks like cars are moving up there, so I need to get back in, start her up. Unfortunately, at the festival, the weather can be a little bit changeable, and Martin appears to have left his windows open, so we've made him a nice little makeshift sort of keep some of the rain out. Fingers crossed it isn't going to rain too much, otherwise it's going to be a very damp drive home. As you can see, we have made it to Festival of the Unexceptional. I'm sitting at the entrance with Mr. Coupland, who you'll be able to see on the camera as well, and we're just going to watch some nice cars come in. So let's see what cool things come through the gate. That's not an unexceptional or classic car though. Yeah, boo! Give me a thumbs down. So Martin, what do you think of the event so far?
Well, it must be said that the turnout's pretty incredible actually. This feels vast even compared to last year. So there's been so much coming through the gate, and I think a lot of people just turning up in normal cars to come and look at the unexceptional ones as well. So really, really busy. There's
some very inappropriate cars, I think, for
some very inappropriate. One absolute Burke has turned up in a Rolls-Royce, which is just
what? Who would to a festival of the unexceptional?
Yeah.
Who would do that?
I don't think there's ever been.
Oh wait.
Unexceptional.
Oh no, that. That will be me. Sorry.
God's sake.
Thanks, Martin.
Well, you know, some of us listen to the rules. Unexceptional, pre-1997. So,
So what have you brought?
the 2002 Alfa Romeo 166. It's,
To be fair, I'm going to insert some footage. I have found a more inappropriate car for Festival of the Unexceptional while I've been walking around.
was it red?
It was red, yes.
Okay, I think I may have seen it
Yes.
as well.
So we're wandering around the field looking at all the cars in the classic and unexceptional section, and I think I have found a more inappropriate car for Festival of the Unexceptional than what we arrived in. Unless that's an MR2, and I'm fairly sure it's not. That's definitely not an unexceptional car, but it is very, very nice. On the subject of red cars, you may have noticed from our previous year's Festival of the Unexceptional video, I did actually come in a Mazda. Oh wait, no, that's not mine anymore. Was my car, and it's now probably the most unexceptional car there is.
I mean,
More unexceptional than a RAV4, I think.
well, I mean, mine's unexceptional in the fact that it is unexceptionally not here.
Yeah, although you can actually probably about see on the camera, there is a RAV4
With the bike on
way
the
over
roof.
there with a bike on the
Yes.
roof. But after last year's Festival of the Unexceptional, one of the things I haven't seen is a RAV4. I've not seen one anywhere. Very strange. Definitely an unexceptional car.
But I think, you know, ultimately that's still in our ownership. But the fact that Sarah's done that's a quick turnaround. She's done a great job on that. So I think that's, I really hope, because I presume you're explaining what's happening to it, but I really hope it does actually make some decent cash, actually.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to walk you around the car and then I'll explain what happened with this and why I kind of ended the story quite quickly before. So, let's go have a look at the car, shall we? So, this is indeed our old Mazda. You will recognise the interior, and they've got a nice little tape they've obviously been playing on the way down. So, I gave this car to Sarah Crabtree for £100 on the proviso it would go back on the road, which it is now on the road. It has a fresh MOT, it has had some paint and some polish, so you might notice it's actually red, not pink as it was before.
It's one shade of red. Was the In Excess tape yours? Or?
No.
Right, we're getting to learn her musical taste.
Absolutely, absolutely. So the car is now for sale. So if you want to make an offer, get in touch with Sarah Crabtree. So I am back in the Fake Fiesta, the mighty Mazda, and I'm here with Sarah.
Hello.
Now, you might see some clips with the 360 camera in here. We got partway through filming this, and I realised there was something hanging here, and we couldn't actually see Sarah's face, which
is a bonus, I'd say.
Well, it means you're looking at me, which is not really ideal. And I'm going to take my hat off because it's really, really warm, like
today.
really warm in here. So we'll try not to be too long. But the idea is that I want to tell you a bit of an update on the Mazda. So you'll be aware from my channel that the Mazda has moved on. You'll be aware I did lots of things to it. So we did a service on it. We did the tyres on it. We gave it a good clean. We fixed a few bits and pieces here and there. And then it failed its MOT rather catastrophically. So I passed the baton on to Sarah.
I grabbed the baton with both hands and I ran with it.
Because Maggie was worth saving. So tell everybody on my channel what it is you've done to Maggie. How have you saved her from the scrapyard?
Well, basically, if you go online to the MOT history
Yes.
for the car, you'll see we've basically done everything to clear. We've done all the MOT fails and the advisories, from the rear shocks, all the welding that needed doing, we've done it. The brakes, she's had a respray, new number plates, the headlight aim, everything that she failed on and advisories.
Just a few things.
We've done.
So
yeah,
it was a perfect car when I won our Festival of the Unexceptional challenge last year. There was nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, there was a lot of lack of peel, and she wasn't very radiant red. She was very pink in some places. So we've given her a quick respray just so that she looks a bit prettier. We've tried to do everything as reasonable as we possibly can to keep the cost down, and in the hope that it's going to be affordable for, I would love somebody between 20 and 30 to buy this car.
A starter classic for somebody.
A starter classic.
Absolutely.
It's a great little car. I've driven her 140 miles here today. She performed perfectly. I'm leaving here and I'm driving down to Surrey and then back up to Yorkshire tomorrow in her. So, length
and breadth of the country.
And honestly, I'm not worried.
Yeah.
I mean,
it might be a bit warm.
I have got an A card in my handbag. That's why I'm not worried.
Just in case.
Yeah, just in case. But I honestly know she's going to perform perfectly. I've got no qualms about that.
See, perfect starter classic. Classic. Most of the work's been done. There's other things you can still do to perfect it.
Yeah, there's a
But it's
couple
reliable.
of little things. So there's a bit of a rip you can't see from here, but just behind me, there's a little bit of a tear in the driver's seat. The trim was hanging off a little bit. I've tried to glue it, not perfectly, but it's tidied it up.
A little bit of the door card here, just a little bit on the edge.
We
just
tried to do that.
I had tried as well.
It's very difficult, but you know, we've tried to do it reasonable. But you could take it somewhere and pay to have it done, you know. But
or learn a new skill.
YouTube it, learn how to do it. But we've tried to keep the cost down so that we can pass this car on to somebody reasonably, somebody young, hopefully, get them into the classic car scene, and just make somebody else happy, because she's a great little thing.
Yeah, she should last somebody at least a good few years.
Oh, definitely.
There was far too much life, and at 65,000 miles, that is not ready
65,000 miles.
to be got rid of, to be scrapped. There's plenty of life left.
Yeah.
And in between my failed first attempt at filming this and us filming it right now, we might well have found a buyer. Yeah,
we've had some interest at the window there, so fingers crossed. But if you are interested, give me a shout. I'm on social media. I'll give Jon a shout. He can pass your number on.
I'll stick a thing wherever it goes on the screen with all that.
And just get in touch if you're interested. She's lovely. I'd really love to keep her, to be fair. But I know I'll get in trouble if I do.
I suggested to Mrs. Automotive Tales that I might put an offer in, and I got the death glare.
Yeah, you did get the death glare. You did.
But
I'm in no rush. So, you know, if you're out there and you're interested, you've yet not got the pennies, but you're thinking, oh, I've got some pennies coming soon, I'm happy to hang on to her for the right person at the right price.
So as a little added bonus, when Sarah bought the car from me, she gave me £100 for this car, but that was not for me. That was a deposit to make sure it goes to somebody worthy, and it goes to charity. So that £100 will go to a charity of your choosing, Sarah, as and when the car is sold. Not only will you be getting a lovely little starter classic, you'll also be doing a little bit of good for somebody somewhere.
Yeah, and whatever we make, we know what we've spent to get this car looking how it is and roadworthy, etc. And anything we make on top of that is going to go to charity also. So
amazing. So get yourself a fun starter classic. Come to Festival of the Unexceptional next year, and maybe if you've done a few bits on it, maybe put it into the concourse as well, because they are rare. There is no other the Fake Fiesta Mazda 121s here. There is another 121, but that's a different Daihatsu-y thing.
And I'll tell you what, we had the window sounds. We drove in, and people stopped and we're going, "Oh look, it's Mazda 121. When did you last see one of those? Wow!" And as we walked to the car just now, there was a crowd of people around it. So it's an interesting car. You'll get chatting to loads of people. Just by owning this vehicle, you will make friends.
Exactly. And you can pretend to be living in the 90s. It's even got a tape player, so you can go and find some retro.
Not only has it got a tape player, we've even got In Excess playing on the tape.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And as a little Billy bonus, I haven't got them with me. I'll do some B-reel and do the YouTube thing and stick it in. I have got a set of Automotive Tales branded spanners. So combination spanners for whoever buys this car. I will send them to whoever buys this car, so they've got a little bit of a starter of a toolkit as well.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Thank you. Yeah, and we've got the brochure in the back there, the handbook, an original Mazda torch.
Yeah, a period Nokia mobile phone, which does still work.
Oh wow,
does still work. Whether you'd get a SIM card for it these days, I don't know, but it definitely charges and turns on.
Yeah, so
a proper piece of history.
If you're a fan of the 90s. This car's for you. I mean, come on.
You need to be driving a Mazda 121.
You definitely do.
Right, that's going to be all for this, because I'm literally melting, as I'm sure you are too.
It's rather warm.
Yeah, great weather for festival. And I'm going to go and show you some more of the Festival of the Unexceptional.
Thanks, Jon.
Thanks, Sarah.
Yeah, if you're interested, you know where I am.
Bye!
Tra!
we are on the way home from Festival of the Unexceptional. We did stop off at an after party. Yes, there was an after party. Thank you, Andy Barrett, for putting us up and putting on some fabulous food. I'm sorry to everybody else that was at the after party that we've had to run away so soon. Unfortunately, we have errands we have to carry out this evening. But yeah, I thought I'd give you a quick rundown. Obviously, you've seen lots of footage from the event. Once again, Haggerty have put on an excellent event. We saw some incredibly unexceptional cars, things I've never seen before, absolutely one-offs for the UK, yeah, which is what we go for. And obviously it's nice to catch up with lots of people, especially with Sarah and the little mighty Mazda Maggie. So we are on the way home now. The Rolls-Royce has, touch wood, so far so good. Although we have picked up, as I think I told every single person I spoke to today, an annoying rattle. When I was driving at home in the rain, you've seen in the previous video, I think when I hit some of that standing water, the hot exhaust and the cold water didn't mix very well. I think I've broken an exhaust mount somewhere, and so it's just rattling against the chassis, which somewhat spoils the majesty of a Rolls-Royce when you turn up and it's going dag, 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 dag. But never mind. Once you're on the motorway at this speed, can't hear it, so woohoo! Alright, that's all for this episode of Automotive Tales. Thank you for watching our Festival of the Unexceptional Adventures. Check back next week for another video, probably about Le Mans, because I'm running a bit short on content. But all will be revealed as to why very, very soon. Alright, bye for now. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. So, outtake. I'm sitting in the car with Sarah. We've just recorded a whole bit to camera before I realised that the little bit hanging in the window is between the camera and Sarah. So I think we've probably got about none of that. Hold on. We need to open the window anyway because it's getting a bit warm.
Just to clarify, I am writing the new version of this book here, the handy guide which tells you how to find every little chef in Britain. We're struggling for content. If you happen to find one, please tweet me at Clayton92. At the moment, we have no content. Help me find a little chef, please.